Good morning. All right, time for an astro update. As you can see, Moon is opposed to Jupiter right now. That is a gigantic crowd bringer. When you are born with Moon up Jupiter, you have a huge personality. Some part of your personality is huge. It implies huge gatherings, places where people are being enlightened, places where people are introduced to new information. And right now we can see what that brings is a very strong peak in energy. We can see that happening right now. I'm watching the live stream right now of the convoy, and the chat's going crazy saying that there's 7 to 10 buses full of cops on their way. This is all during the Moon op Jupiter. And the live streamers are just sort of wandering around. I've heard truckers say, like, we need a plan, we don't have a plan. And it just seems sort of like it's all about to go down, like something's about to go down. And that could be the Moon op Jupiter that we see these guys rushed by the cops. I'm not exactly sure. What I am sure of is the astrology and what it says. And usually during the Moon op Jupiter is some sort of peak of a lot of people gathering, to put it in the simplest terms. So what we have from that moving forward is Moon square Mars. So this weekend is the Moon gathering, aggression, tension, emotional distress. War bells are ringing. When Moon squares Mars, it is emotional distress outpouring. Just aggression, tension explodes. That is this weekend. That is the peak on the 20th, but the Moon is huge up there. We just had a full moon, so it's the big ass Moon squaring Mars. It's not just a little moon squaring Mars with sort of hidden emotional expression. This is huge emotional expression with a huge moon. So shit this weekend looks crazy, boys. And from that, we then move into the next week, which we see the Moon then conjuncting with that Mars later on, which is sort of a similar sort of feeling. From now right into next week is tense AF. And then the relief I see coming is around the end of the month when Pisces starts, and then it hits Jupiter. So we will have a Sun conjunct Jupiter in Pisces, which Pisces is the dissolver. Pisces dissolves all those rules and all those guidelines and all those mandates. So yes, I do see a lot of mandates ending in March, funny enough. And yeah, I wanted to talk about when this protest started. So remember from me or other astrologers telling you that when you start something in the new moon, you're growing it with the moon. So it's natural. I notice a lot of people will be starting new things in the new moon, even if they don't know astrology. It's just like this inner instinct they have to start something new in the new moon. So the protest was started actually before a new moon. And Mercury was retrograde at the time. So Mercury, the locals coming together, the chatter starting to happen, the word getting out, Mercury the messenger. When that went direct around February 4th, I think, that gave way to more movement and more local traveling and more word getting out and more people coming out. And then this thing just exploding into what we see it today, spread all over Earth. Everyone's copying Canada. Go Canada. Go the people of these lands, I should say, because Canada is a corporation, which we know. Anyways, yes, there is some relief coming during the end of the month. March, Pisces looks a lot nicer. A lot of people are dissolving those mandates and those guidelines. And, but the rest of this week looks really tense. All right, so I am making these videos 4 minutes and 20 seconds long, and that looks like I'm out of time. Thank you for listening. And if you want any help with astrology, I'm piscespower at protonmail.com. And you won't really find any of my astrology anywhere else unless you make contact with me, because I've made most of my videos private because I tend to say things that get me banned and I really don't want to lose this channel. So email me if you want help. Later, sweet potato.